Ding. It's so funny. Every time when we turn this on, I hear some beeping, and I think it's coming from the platform.
Yeah, because I'm not hearing anything.
You're not? I
Mm-mm.
just hear beeping all the time, every time I turn this on. Hello, everyone. You have to excuse my voice today, because my daughter has a tournament over the weekend, and being a cheery mom, so I go out there and support her and cheer and scream. It was very exciting game this weekend. They did very well. Hi, Michael. I hope you're well.
I'm well, Julie. Better than you.
I know. I know. Everyone, thank you so much. We're so glad that you are here. Today is March 18, 2024. Once again, Michael and I are getting together every Monday, and we're glad that you are here. And we're glad that we get to sit down here and having our discussion in public. And so we're excited that you're here. As we all understand, as we all go through our life, and there are many ways we are trying to connecting with people. We can in business or in our life, we communicate it through email, messenger, social media, and then when the pandemic came, we start communicating, connecting with each other through a video conference, to something called webinars. And now we can see that there's a drastic amount of people around the world, especially businesses. They start moving majority of their employee going from coming to the offices. Now they are starting to do a lot more of video conferencing and working at home instead. And I think this is something that we are going to be seeing it more coming. So as we are here, and remember a few days ago, Onpassive has released the newest version of O Connect. And I wanted to congratulate to everyone who were connected together in O Connect. Did you know that on midnight of the 14th, 2024, Onpassive releasing their first newest the newest version of O Connect, and within the less than 2 hours, there are over 4,800 meetings were held, and within those meetings, there was 40,000 users were connecting together all over the world. And I wanted to, and I know Michael would agree with me on this, is that we want to take this opportunity to congratulate all users around the world now that we have a beautiful tool that we can connect to the world in an instant, right? And we want to take this opportunity to thank you, our CEO and our tech team as well, Michael. Your thought, you wanted to continue that.
Hmm. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's a lot of people. 40,000 attendees in such a short space of time. Again, people are just excited about trying out the latest version. To see all the bells and whistles and so on. So that was great to see. Of course, that wasn't 40,000 on one meeting or one webinar, but over 4,000 plus meetings that was held throughout that day. So again, it's a lot of people using it, so that's certainly a good thing. And we just can't imagine what's going to happen down the road. That's for sure, Julie. But you're absolutely right that we need to find ways and means to connect better, faster. Being more efficient and doing all of that. And so, as you mentioned about the pandemic, yes, with COVID, we've seen a rise, a big increase in people using webinar platforms, conference and platforms, and so on. And so here we are with Onpassive's very own OConnect, and we expect that OConnect will be a leader in the marketplace because it is something that people want. Certainly people want to be able to, have FaceTime, be able to interact with each other, where you can, in a visual manner, where you can see each other, right? and globally. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. It's long are those days where distance actually mattered. Right now, it's the world is much smaller than ever before because of technology.
Absolutely. One of the things that I love the most in our CEO visions and the team behind him is that um, Onpassive wanted to create Onpassive as a whole for all of us to express or to live the best version of ourselves, right? Um, Onpassive want to connect people around the world in a seamless way, right? Unpassive also want, everything that Unpassive is doing is focusing on the humanity, want people to share their passion, lift up humanity, want people to have an opportunity to share, instant sharing, the capability which people can see what are the common things between themselves, right? So that they can collaborate, with people that are like-minded people, right? Unpassive also wants people to actually experience that communication on the real time, right? Real time, and also have that visual meeting experience. Everything that Unpassive is creating, that surrounding, and those are some of the why reason on Passive creating the products that they are doing. And O Connect is one of the product. Michael, that is how on Passive does it. And I believe we are truly connecting the world in an instant.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, it's not just individually, right? It's not just family and friends, but also businesses, right? Again, we know throughout the pandemic, with a lot of students, had to stay home and all of that, but they were still able to learn, right, through video conferencing, right? And that still continues to this day, Julie. My eldest in university, she still have online courses, that they're taking, and so it seems like that's the way of the future, right? Like it's not going away. So even though there's no COVID as far as the pandemic is concerned, you still have students today that are still have classes online. So that's a huge market, right? And then of course with businesses, sales can be conducted in this manner, right? I could actually be having a sales presentation with you right now, Julie. Promotions, marketing. There's an unlimited capability or ability for people to be able to use video conferencing within the business environment. To train employees. And the list goes on and on. So it's not just individuals, it's not just business, but it's really everyone, right? And that's why we say it's for everyone everywhere, because people will find a reason that they will actually need video conferencing within their lives. We've seen place of worship, for example, conduct their services using video conferencing. You know what I mean? And you still have some today doing just that. You can reach a lot more people, Julie. Imagine having a concert where you can just stay home, right? You can just stay home and you can participate. You can, be there and join what's going on in the live venue, or even the entertainer themselves. They don't necessarily have to be at a physical location where all this is happening, but they can connect with so many people around the world. And so you have a far greater reach. So the usage is unlimited, Julie, and we're just barely just scratching the surface right now. And again, O Connect is going to be at the forefront of all of that.
Absolutely, Michael. And one thing that we are expecting to see coming up in the next few days, or we're not really focusing on the timeline itself, but we are expecting that there will be a way where people around the world can communicating whether or not they're speaking the language, different language, they don't understand certain things, or even to the deaf community. You can see the closed caption, you could see translation, and I think that's pivotal in a lot of they're vital in a lot of businesses. People are doing business together across the world, and in order for people to actually understand, like you said, business contract, you can conducting us a sale contract for people that are like myself doing real estate in life. You can literally have a meeting where you can sign the contract online while you have everybody present. This is insane, Michael.
Of course, if you're if you're closing a real estate deal, all right, by all means, the lawyer could be in their office. You could be at home. No more do you actually have to leave your home to go to the lawyer's office, for the closing, right? So you can have everybody virtually, right, through video conferencing and get everything done. Power of attorney, if someone needs to notarize your signature, what I mean, proof of identity, like so much can be done now because of video conferencing, being able to see people so yeah, the person is real, etc. And so you can be a witness or a test to someone's signature. All these things can be done. And I've certainly experienced it, Julie. I've seen it done. I've participated in doing transactions virtually with lawyers and so on. So yeah, it definitely is possible. It is a thing. People are doing it. Businesses is being conducted that way. It really is the future. It's going to be a huge growth market. And especially when we talk about what we have, and that is technology that's laced or fused with artificial intelligence. So the future is so bright, Julie, for all of us that are in Onpassive, and for the rest of the world, because they will get to benefit from these products and tools that Onpassive is delivering to the marketplace.
Absolutely. I love the fact that you just said the future is so bright. Yes, I see it so bright. And if anyone wants to use that term for your t-shirt or for your hat, credit to Michael. I'm kidding. But we all know the future is so bright. All joking aside, I got to tell you this, Michael, when you do a real estate contract, right? It doesn't matter whether or not the seller and the buyer executed the contract. If the contract doesn't deliver to the seller or the buyer, there's no contract, right? And with the share document button, connect, you can do all of that. You don't have to mail it through. Talking about mailing the document, right? You don't have to hire a deliverer to,
Mhm.
to deliver the document. You can actually deliver right there on that one setting. Not only that, Michael, one thing that I really love too, for the teachers, for professors who want to teach their course, right? They can do it once and they can record it, download that document or that session, and
Mhm.
they can share it anywhere, anytime, multiple times.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, the power of duplication, right? Being able to have one go at it, right? And then that is there, for, forever, basically, right? You can have it for this year's class, next year's class, and so on. Again, it's just unlimited, Julie. It's amazing how technology has come, right? Gone are those days when people were jumping on Skype. Everything was Skype, Skype, Skype. And then you got GoToWebinar and these other platforms, that came about. Now we're going into a totally different dimension because the capabilities of O Connect is unbelievable. When we look at the features and so on, Julie, compared to what's in the marketplace, it's just the best, right? And so people will get to experience it, right? People will be able to get it, try it for free, all of that stuff. Don't need to spend money to enjoy it, and they'll see whether it's something that they actually love. But I do believe that video conferencing, right, is certainly going to be a tool that people will need going forward. There's no doubt about that. And the marketplace, the usage is just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. You're going to have universities because they're already doing it now, but you're going to have that much more that will be offering degree programs, right, online, right? So a person could be in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and they can go to Florida State University if they want to online, right, and still get that bachelor's degree, master's degree, whatever the case may be, without physically going there, right? So that's a really really good idea that's going to happen for so many people around the world. Think about somebody in Europe, Julie, because when you have to travel, let's say using the same Florida state as the example, you got to get student visas and all these things that have to be taken care of. You can't just jump on a plane and show up, right? It doesn't work that way, right? So international students make it that much easier for them, right? And right now, that marketplace, is really doing a lot of injustice to the students. That a lot of schools are taking advantage of students and their parents, charging them, exorbitant fees to attend, Julie, right? And they're not even getting what they actually pay for, right? So, I can see where video conferencing, online learning, how that will play a massive role in helping these students and saving them and their families a lot of money, because the cost is just crazy right now for school, right? It really is. Just from one province, Ontario, to the next province, Quebec, right? If you travel from Ontario to Quebec, Julie, right, you're paying an extra $10,000 in tuition for no reason, right? So it's crazy. But the point is that, with products such as OConnect, being able to connect people from around the world, it's going to save people a lot of money.
Absolutely. I had to look up the country. I have a friend who is a user of OConnect. He is right now conducting his lecture, via OConnect, and he's recording it. He sent to me the video and talking about other countries around the world, Michael. We have received an update from our CEO that there's no downtime at all. Through and I remember on Onpassive 360, we're all sitting together and we have people from everywhere around the world. I literally called out the countries that I honestly had no idea where they are, but they were in that meeting together. And we communicated with them on OConnect and say, how's your connecting? How's your connections there? Everybody, every single one of them, the countries that I called out, are literally said, we are experiencing beautifully. It's clear, the sound, the audio, the whole entire connections together. That was my aha, that was my happy moment. And I honestly, talking about it now, my heart is so happy that we all connecting around the world in one setting of OConnect. And without OConnect, I don't believe people can do that. Remember last couple of years ago, we've used some of the platform, how many times I have been kicked out from the meeting. So it's my I would say happy moment since OConnect was released.
Yeah, absolutely. I had the opportunity to jump on Saturday night. Founder from Trinidad, another founder from New York, and you know what I mean. So it doesn't matter where people are, right? You just hop on, you're good to go, and the clarity, right? To be able to uh, present, talk, chat, like just have a friendly environment, and everything is just so crystal clear, right? And without having any issues, and the seamlessness to be able to just get on there, Julie. You know what I mean? Like it was very, very easy to hop on. So like anyone can use it. In other words, right? Doesn't matter if you're 85 years old. It just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're technically challenged. All that doesn't matter. It's such an easy platform to navigate, and that's important, right? People want things that are simple. I mean, people don't want something that's complicated and, you need a big textbook to try and figure out how to use this and that. People just want something that's nice and simple, but also, giving them the value that they're looking for. And certainly we have that with OConnect. But yeah, you certainly want to be able to connect the world, Julie. I mean, just think of, all the businesses, that want to be able to have that outreach, that global outreach, right? So not just having a local business, you want to be able to, spread whatever it is that you're offering, whatever products, services that you offer. As long as it's conducive for the world, you want to be able to find a seamless way to be able to get that out there to people, right? And OConnect just does just that for so many, right? And so again, think of the millions down the road, Julie, that will be utilizing this product. And this is just the beginning. This is just one of many other products that will be coming that will also help in connecting the world. Yes, we're talking about O Connect, but it's not just O Connect. There'll be other tools and products coming down the pipeline that's going to assist and help us to really, empower people around the world, Julie, as we continue to uplift humanity.
Absolutely, Michael. What you're talking about right now, making me think of what set on passive so different from everything that is on in the world right now, on the market right now. I don't know if you remember, I'm sure you do, when Mr. Ash talked about on passive product, he always talk about over market values, right? So just focusing on O Connect right now, beside all of the things that we have listed since we having this discussion right now, and and think of everything that we've been doing in on passive. One thing that to me that stand out the most is that anybody could use O Connect. Anybody could, you know, they register for free. They can test drive for 14 days. They get a chance to actually learn it, use it 14 days, learn how to use it, which is seamless, right? You go in, you enter the meeting, the topic you want to do, set up the time, you click, your entire meeting's generated, right? Once you do that, or for some people who just wanted to join another meeting, all they do is click the meeting button, entering the ID. There you are. You're joining into the meeting. One more thing is that you get 14 days to actually learn it, love it, and then you get to own it. Own it, not for an arms and legs, not those arms and leg price, but the price that are super duper. I think it's so affordable for anyone, right? And then you get a chance to resell it. You got a chance to actually share to other people and earn the commission that we made. That is so huge. And what word did I always say before on passive is interconnected, right? Once you love that, you love O Connect, you have other products that coming along, and then you get to be in that ecosystem that on passive is doing. It's brilliant. It's brilliant, and it's total with the heart.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love the fact that you mentioned, that users can become affiliates, right? So if they want to resell their product, they certainly can. I just read a stat this morning that talked about 160 plus million Americans that are living from paycheck to paycheck, Julie. And I'm thinking, wow, 160 million. If you look at the totality of the population of the United States, and then you subtract all those who are too old to be in the workforce, those that are too young to be in the workforce, right? That's almost everybody that's in the workforce, 160 something million. When you think about that, and so people who are looking for ways and means to supplement, their current income, right? And I don't think it's just America alone. I think the same can be said right around the globe. That so many people are struggling, Julie. So if you have something that you can offer to the marketplace and generate a commission as a result of that, you know, people are looking for that, right? People are looking for that, Julie. And if you have something that is valuable, if you have something that there's a demand for it, and you can supply that demand, right? Again, right? You'll be able to do very well for yourself going forward. So you're going to have a lot of people will come also, because they're looking for that extra income, maybe looking for a new career, maybe looking, just to supplement what they currently have going on, right? And so O Connect is going to be one of those products that they'll be able to become an affiliate and utilize it and also market it out there into the world using what OnPassive will provide, right? And so again, interconnected. It's all interconnected, Julie. The sales process, the marketing, being an affiliate, all of that is very, very seamless for people to be able to benefit, and be able to improve their livelihood, be able to improve their lifestyle. So it's not just, yes, you can be a user and enjoy this great product. That's one side of it, but then the other side also is being able to have a business in a box. So that, as you said, everything is brilliant about OnPassive. That part of it, Julie, a lot of people going to benefit from that, because we always talk about uplifting humanity. And, one of the ways certainly is by providing, great products. But, a lot of people need financial products. A lot of people need a way to be able to, get affordable housing, a way to be able to, have clean water and so on, be able to help people who are homeless, so it's just the total package is how I would say it. It's a total package. It's everything that you need. That's what Onpassive is. Onpassive is everything that you need from a financial standpoint, to be able to help you. And so many will benefit from this, Julie. So I'm glad that O Connect is such a product that people will get, that over deliver factor, right? That's an excellent thing that we have. And so people will be able to benefit from that as well financially.
Absolutely. Think about what you need. I mean, there are so many things in life that we need. Some people maybe, kids that graduate from college, that have no job right now, but that's like big, huge debt with them, come along with their diploma, right? I mean, I was just talking to someone who's I think he's like 59, 60 or so. It just let go from his job. How many more years does he have, right? To actually get a chance to retire. You work for 45 years and then at this age you get laid off, right? There's everybody needs some extra money. Right? Everybody. Maybe the people that love to give, they want to have, instead of giving money out from their pocket, they could use the opportunity to actually making extra money to give. There's people like that, just wanted to give to other people. And it's out there. So um I mean, there are so many things that we can sit here and share about O Connect, share about Onpassive. But I think a lot of people right now are holding their meetings around the world, connecting around the world, and I'm losing my voice now. So,
Well,
I
I
mean,
love I love the fact that you talk about people being laid off, Julie,
yeah,
because that's reality,
yeah,
right? And like so many companies now are just letting go of their employees. And you mentioned the person, 59 years old. It's going to be very difficult for that person to get another job, because they either A, going to want to pay the person next to nothing, right? It certainly won't be able to get, what they're worth, based upon their experience and so on in the marketplace. It's a policy, if you wish, unwritten policy that companies use as their employees, get older. They kind of let them go and hire somebody younger, pay them less, etc. But you also mentioned about those in university graduating and can't get a job in their field, right? People are looking at alternative ways, so it's not just, that desk job, right? People are looking at alternative ways for them to be able to generate an income. And that's why we talked about Onpassive being a career for some, right? Not for everybody, but for some. They'll actually make it their career. And I'm sure it's going to beat that 9 to 5, Julie. I'm pretty confident about that one. But it's there. Like there's so many applications for it, and people will be able to see where they fit in, to be able to see, okay, what is it can I get from Onpassive, right? They look at what it is that they're looking for, what does Onpassive provide, and see how the two fits, right? And then they take it from there. But the reality is that people are in need, right? That's, to me, that's the bottom line. People are in need. And so one way to fulfill that need is to be able to create products and services, that's going to help people. Not just create it just for creating sake, not just create it because you, the creator, wants to make a buck, right? But because you actually see that it's going to benefit so many people out there in the marketplace, and you make it cost effective, Julie, right? You make it cost effective, so no one has to, feel like they're, being taken advantage of, because that's what it feels like when you buy some of these products. You go to the grocery store now and you just feel like, why does grapes cost $10 a pound? You know what I mean? Like, The stuff is out there is crazy right now, but you still have to live. You still have to find a way. And so Onpassive is looking to have that one-stop shop, that people can come, they can have great products that they can use, make their life a lot easier, right? Be able to run, if they have a business, run it more efficiently, right? And at the same time, be able to generate a revenue stream from the business as well. So again, one-stop shop, everything in one place, and that's how you do it, right? That's how, if you really want to help people, that's how you do it. You make things nice and simple for them. You put it in such a way that you don't even notice how it's being run. All you're able to do is just reap the benefits that it affords you, right? And so on passive is the real deal, and so many people worldwide will benefit from it, Julie. So yeah, we're going to continue to connect the world in multiple ways within on passive.
Yes, absolutely. Um, it's so funny you brought up grapes. The other day I went out and bought just a regular size, bag of grapes. It was $12. And I was actually shocked. In a way where it used to be like what half of that, right? So yes, everybody need extra money. Everybody wants to have an opportunity to make extra, seamlessly in a way. Let's talk a little bit about, we know that on passive creating the products for us, you could be a user, just simple users. If you love the product, you could become an affiliate. As an affiliate, you know, to my understanding is, Michael, you you set your own time, you set your own rate of how do you want to work, you set your own. It's all done for us in a way where um you set your own. One time I remember Mr. Ashmofara said, if you put in your 100% of effort on passive, will put that 200%. So to me, being an affiliate of OnPassive is seamless.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And you know, when we look around, Julie, at the various options that people have, right? Okay, so if not on passive, what else? So people look at options. Well, okay, I don't need to do on passive. I'm going to do something else. I'm going to participate in something else. I'm going to use another company's product, etc. Right? But when you look around, it's it's not a pretty sight. Right? Let me put it that way. Right? People are looking for products that's going to give them value. Right? And what you're getting in the marketplace are things that are overpriced, right? We touch on the grapes, but it's not just food. Like it's just everything, right? Cars, you know what I mean? The housing market, right? Everything is just overpriced, Julie. And how in the world are people able to afford to live, right? I saw somewhere where they said that for retirement, like you need $1.7 million, to be able to have a decent life during your retirement years. And I'm saying to myself, how in the world people can afford to save that kind of money, right? Most people don't even make that kind of money, Julie, over the course of 40 years at their job, right? So how are you able to save that for your retirement? You know what I mean? So a lot of people work very hard and they're hoping that, okay, I worked so hard all my life. Now I get to retire. I want to be able to enjoy myself, right? That's how some people do it, right? And the sad news is that they can't live on 3%, because that's what's usually left over during retirement years, right? They can't live on that, right? 3% of what they used to be making, right? People get retired now and they still have a mortgage, right? So it's not like they're debt free, right? You know what I mean? And all they have is just their bills. People still have a mortgage going into retirement years, right? People still have loans going to retirement years, and so on, right? So it's not an easy thing, right? But to me, I look at on passive and I see the possibilities. I see something, Julie, that can help people beyond measure, right? I see something that really can help people, not just for now, right? But into the future, as far as leaving a legacy behind, right? Where they can actually leave something for their loved ones. So many people come, they live, they die, and there's nothing left. They're unable to provide for the loved ones, especially in case of a premature death, Julie, right? It does happen because no one knows, right? You don't know, I don't know. No one knows when your time's going to be up, right? So part of planning, right, is part of that, being able to have things in place uh, in the event of a premature death, right? So I know not everybody likes to talk about death, but it is a part of life. We're all going to go that way at some point, right? So, it's something that we should plan for. You know what I mean? People want to get married, you should plan for it. People want to go on a vacation, you should plan for it. You know what I mean? You want to buy a car, you should plan for it, right? It's good to plan, right? It really is. But that includes everything in your life, though. You want to plan for everything. You want to plan for emergencies. You never know when one's going to come up. You want to plan for it, right? So Onpassive, I believe, is going to help people make that planning a lot easier, Julie, right? Because we need a lot of help. We need a lot of help, and we can't get it from the government. We can't get it from banks. We can't get it from our employer. You know what I mean? Families and friends can't help you because they're in the same situation, right? People need a helping hand, not necessarily a handout, but it's certainly a helping hand. And I believe Onpassive will be that for a lot of people.
Absolutely, there's no doubt. And so, if you really like what we're hearing, go get your own O Connect and connect the world in an instant at your home, right? So, if you are already in our ecosystem, all you got to do is click on Marketplace and get your own O Connect. You can try it for 14 days. And then, if you love it and if you want to own it yourself, you actually can go proceed there. And if you are already have your O Connect, enjoy it, the most of it. I'm actually addicted to it. It's fun. It's fun to actually connecting with people around the world in O Connect. Anything else you want to talk? I know we have a lot to talk about, but any thoughts that you want to? We can wrap this up a little bit.
Yeah, your voice is under the weather, so we don't want to put any further strain on it. so,
Thank
so that's
you.
okay. We can wrap up. That's fine.
Yeah. So everyone, for all of the founders, users around the world, make sure you check the update in the ecosystem. And we're here if you need any help. And if you are not connecting to the ecosystem, you can get to anyone that share this with you or look in the description of this platform. You'll see it that you can't miss it. It's there. You can always go to onpassive.com. You can register there. I mean, there's many ways you're gonna, if you want it, you're gonna get it. All right. Do whatever it takes to get it. Take care, everyone. God bless everyone and pray that I'm expecting my voice to get better by tonight. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, everyone.
You're so welcome, Julie.